9:38, our Fox 10 News Alert continues live from out in the Kearney area where this fire continues to burn. Anita Roman actually now working her way down toward the fire line, able to report for us live. Anita, what are you seeing?
It's pretty intense out here. This is Mike. He's a Globe hotshot, and we've just walking. He's walking to the front line here, and Mike is telling us just how intense it is. You said the worst thing is the heat.
It's the heat, yes. And as we go through the day, these hot spots we got from last night's operation, they're kind of worried about them flaring back up. So we're just trying to contain those as much as possible right now, and try to keep that from happening.
Oh, so how do you watch them? Obviously, wind is a big thing.
Wind is a very big thing. Okay. Another way that we stop it is this, by cutting out the fuel and getting that away from the hot spots. So what we do is we'll take a chain in there, we'll take some guys in there and try to separate the hot from the cold.
All right, so we're walking up to what looks to be a burn right here. This one set intentionally, can you tell?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It was, we came through last night. We put this line in here that we're walking in on, and they put this fire on the ground last night to try to meet up with the rest of it, and we're just trying to keep it from slopping over now.
I can't imagine how tired you guys must be. You have so much equipment, and in this heat, really quite a valiant effort out here.
Yes, thank you.
All right, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it. Stay safe out here.
Thank you.
You guys, I've lost my capability to hear you, Ron, and so I'm not able to answer any questions. Ron, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it doesn't sound like you can hear me. I don't think you can, right?
I can hear you, Ron.
Okay.
I can hear you, Ron.
So I did want to. So Anita, here's what I want to ask: are you walking along the actual line that looks like a road? But I'm trying to determine: was that created by the bulldozers? Is that an existing road? Is it river wash? What is that?
I'm going to have to ask them, is this an existing road, river wash, that we have here? Do you guys know, was it created by the bulldozers?
This was enhanced by the bulldozers, and obviously we're on top of a high pressurized natural gas line.
And enhanced by the bulldozers yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, tell me how you guys were able to do that.
Well, we walked the dozers in here, and you can see they just widen this area, coinciding with the works of the hand crews. The hand crews will get in here and do what we call brushing up, okay. And they brushed up the salt cedar that you can see on either side of this line.
So what we are looking at right now was an intentional burn set last night by the crews.
Correct. It's a coordinated effort, so those crews will come in first, they will prep this line, they will widen it, and then after they have this line all set, then they will lay the fire down onto the ground.
And so by doing this, by setting this line, essentially you are going to hopefully be able to stop the fire in its tracks right here.
Correct. When the fire is coming this way from the south, as it has been, it will already meet this pre-burned area.
All right, talk about what the crews are doing right now. We see chainsaws, we see axes, we see backhoes, we see hoses.
This is our mop-up, so we don't want to walk away from this until it's cold and out. So what they're doing is they're going through and they're limbing up these trees, and they're mopping the area up with a combination of the saw work and the water.
This is intense out here. I'm sweating, and I'm wearing a t-shirt and jeans. You guys are wearing so much equipment. There's just so much going on. Talk about these conditions for the guys. I know you guys are really keeping an eye out, making sure everyone's hydrated.
Yes, again, going back to being prepared for fire season, this all starts after the first of the year, that we want to make sure our bodies are conditioned in addition to our minds. And this conditioning is what makes these guys be able to tolerate these extreme heat conditions.
So they're actually taking down branches we're looking at. Is there a strategic reason for that? Or are they just kind of trying to get through and get as close to everything that was set as possible?
Well, what you can see in this canopy here is that the top of the canopy is green, and you can see the burn area down underneath. What we have is we have a trail for fire to follow. That's called ladder fuels, that's where the fire can transition from the ground up into the canopy above.
And you want it to burn up into the canopy?
We do not, and that's what they are doing, is that they're cleaning up those ladder fuels.
And this work right here, I would imagine, will go on for hours and hours and days until you know for certain that the Kearney River fire has been extinguished. It is no longer burning.
Correct.
Okay. Talk about how many guys, how many crews like this one we have out here on the front line.
Well, this is a typical crew that it has 22 personnel onto it. It has 4 additional supervisory personnel, and they work in modules, they work in squads, they work as a group, as a unit. We have approximately 230 firefighters. 230 firefighters. Out of those 230 firefighters, we have how many crews? I'll tell you right here in a second.
All right.
I just want to get some good numbers.
Yeah, sure, no problem. And so they are actually out here working in how long of a shift do they work?
They will work equivalent of a 16-hour shift.
Wow, my goodness gracious. Great information. Thank you guys so much. We have 4 crews like this working 16-hour shift. As you guys can imagine, 1,100 acres burned so far, 25% containment on the Kearney River fire. A first-hand look at how diligently these crews are working to make sure that they can stop this fire literally in its tracks. Back to you.
Yeah, now this is obviously, Anita, this is the very spot where they're going to have to win this firefight, because this is where the line has got to hold. How far, in your estimation, Anita, and you took us right through that, was just excellent, how far from the actual fire are you, where they've established this line that it can't breach?
Let me ask Don, how far are we from the actual fire itself where it won't be able to breach?
You're standing on the line right now.
We're standing on the line, and the fire is burning how far from here?
Well, this is the result of last night's efforts, and right now we're not calling it contained, but we do have some interior areas that are burning right now, and they will continue to burn.
So at this point, it looks like we might have a really great handle on the Kearney River fire, no longer burning because of lines like this one.
Correct. We're certainly working that way.
Fantastic. Thank you. There you go, Ron. Sounds like they have a really great handle on things. And so the 25% containment, they said it's hard to determine containment because it's in a river bottom, and the fire is so sporadic, as you can see, green in one area, charred in the other.
Wow. Anita, excellent reporting. Thanks for taking us right there where the firefight is going on.